It started 15 years ago with a very crazy idea. The idea that we can change the existing process of registering drugs just based on an extensive structural and functional characterization and the comparison of a biosimilar drug and a reference biopharmaceutical.
I would say it was quite a daring endeavor. Back in 1996, when we started our operational work, there were not so many people in the medical community who did believe that these medicines could be made at all.
And I believed in the potential of biosimilars. But the market in my environment was really tough, and we were faced with major challenges. They were questioning the efficacy and safety of our product, and the fact that we offered savings actually made them believe that our product was not as good.
There were so many uncertainties. I think every department at Sandoz probably felt that uncertainty, and that was no less true for the IP department.
We had no regulatory guidance at the time, so working in such a vague environment was quite a challenge and required a lot of perseverance.
During the last 15 years, the evidence regarding the safety and efficacy of biosimilars has dramatically increased. This is especially based on the experience of healthcare professionals with existing biosimilars and the publications about studies and real-world evidence with biosimilars.
We moved from the pioneering time, when development was very empirical, to the development based on quality by design and innovations, and driven by data science, with increased understanding of our molecules and processes and much higher efficiency of development work. But we've always had the same purpose: to increase the access for complex biologics for patients.
In my role as head of strategy, I had my first touch points with biosimilars. And I remember the discussions we had, should we launch with a generic approach or an originator-like approach? The company decided to go for let's educate all our stakeholders.
So we adjusted our plans and started investing into education. We answered questions like, what is a biosimilar? Why is a biosimilar as efficacious and safe as the reference product?
I would say one big thing that has changed is that there are at least some uncertainties in that legislative pathway that have been resolved by this first wave of biosimilars. We took the position right from the beginning that we were going to try and resolve as much of that uncertainty as we could with the first time we used that pathway. And happily, we were able to get a decision from the US Supreme Court that substantially limited the opportunities that our branded competitors had to use that litigation pathway to delay a biosimilars launch, and that's something I'll always be incredibly proud of.
15 years ago, Sandoz started with a vision to increase the access to biopharmaceuticals by freeing up resources for health systems or making drugs affordable for patients. So we started with this vision and established biosimilars over time. Today, many patients have access to biopharmaceuticals thanks to biosimilars.